It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. All that and more coming up next.
With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
On the return, it's Ty Johnson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Cooper going in motion. Throwing now. Allen here on first down. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. That's taken in, Keon Coleman. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Again, it's Allen to the air. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4, and now he's got his offense set up here early with first and goal.
This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door. First and goal. One more time going up top with Allen. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Let the fullback try to power it home. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Cook. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The extra point by Bass is good, and the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Josh Downs now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year two, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
On second down, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So after one, the Bills with the early advantage. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Allen to throw. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll finally be tracked down at the Bills' 14-yard line. It is a big run by Cook. 33 yards.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. In motion, Shakir. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll try to run for it. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Khalil Shakir, touchdown Buffalo. Now Bass to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills move out on top, 14-0. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Anthony Gould now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Colts offense ready for their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense, and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
A second down throw for Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
A pass caught right side by Coleman. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They motion the slot man left. Allen going to throw again. Quick hitting slant there. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Allen going to give this to Davis. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
On play action, Richardson. He's going to keep it himself. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third and long. Here's Flacco. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Second and 7. They go right back to Taylor. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Throwing, Flacco. That's the tight end, Mo Cox. 17 yards on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be second down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Here's Flacco to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This one off the right, upright. He missed it. No good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Allen on 3rd down. Has his man. It's Samuel. First catch of the ball game for Debo. That's a 1st down. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Here's Allen to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Here's 2nd and 6. Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. Cooper going in motion. On third down, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
To the goal line and in. Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point try by Bass. It's up and through. And the Bills will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To throw is Flacco. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Now Flacco. And this one is caught by Pierce. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Flacco to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor. Complete. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
It came up a little bit short there on third down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in four-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be. And they'll turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Cook. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills extend the lead to 24-0.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. On the return, this is Downs. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Flacco. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of
the pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off, and whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Back to the air one more time. That one complete to Pierce. Boy, easy call for an official. Once the receiver steps out of bounds, he can't be the first guy to touch it, so that brings out the flag. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. Here we go. One final play. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Allen down to an 8, and that should do it. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.